Mart, or simply the Mart. Now this is a style of architecture called Art Deco. Art Deco. This has all the classic features. Dark windows, streamlined vertical lines like racing stripes, drawing your eye up. And this polished Indiana limestone beige color. This was a style for the roaring 1920s. Ornate, elegant, ostentatious. Each generation kind of takes its own values, expresses them in three dimensions through architecture. And the Merchandise Mart and Art Deco were expressing just the luxury and the optimism that was characteristic of that roaring 20s period. But we are about to enter one of my favorite spots of the entire river, and that is called Wolf Point, one of the best photo ops on this entire river.
Franklin
Wolf
Street.
Point, where you'll be able to see nearly 360 degrees of pure glass skyscraper. Let's start over here on the left with the Nuveen Building 333 Wacker. The Nuveen Building is another example of contextualism, because you'll notice this curve of the building is mimicking the curve in the river. And the blue glass matches the blue of the sky, while the turquoise matches the green of the river. So that is contextualism as well. You're trying to blend in with the natural context, fit in with the natural features of the area, in this case being the river. Straight ahead, you've got River Point from 2017 with that spirally red sculpture in front of it. Many of the buildings currently surrounding you were built within the last 10 years or so. So this whole area is really transformed in a very dramatic fashion. And then next to River Point, you've got 150 North Riverside. 150 North Riverside with this Y-shaped base. It almost looks like a little bit like a giant pencil stuck into the ground. Now that is 150 North Riverside, and that Y-shaped base, it's called a cantilever design, is for two reasons. Number one, so that the building's caissons, the foundations of the building, don't interfere with the Metra Amtrak train lines run right underneath the building. Number two, though, the city has an ordinance, a rule for a 30-foot setback for a river walk for all the buildings by the river. This is super important to us here in Chicago, that we keep our waterways, the river, the lake, open, free, and clear for pedestrian access for everyone to be able to enjoy, as you can see on this side of the river. So that's why it's got the Y-shaped design. Now the base of this building is thus only 39 feet wide. That is really narrow, and it's very tall, so you're going to deal once more with building sway. And to deal with that building sway, they used a technology called inertial slosh dampers. Inertial slosh dampers. It basically works like water in a bucket. When this building sways in one direction, 160,000 gallons of water in 12 tanks at the top of the building sloshes in the opposite direction to correct for the sway. It's like this giant water shock absorber. The inertia creates a balancing liquid force, able to dampen the oscillation and bring the building back to rest, reducing the sway.
building
Nausea is very important. You want people getting seasick at the top of your tower, you gotta reduce the sway somehow. On your left, another giant glass building called the Bank of America building. Bank of America building. Now they also had to deal with that 30